Hi guys, so let's start. Welcome. I am Divyansh, UI UX team head at GDSC MUJ. I'll be facilitating this session for you guys, along with Hed Gandhi, who will be hosting this session. Once again, welcome to GDSC Compose Camp. I feel so excited to see the number of people who are willing to learn about Android development. Please bear with us for this short 2-minute intro about the session and the speakers. So, does anyone have any idea about what's GDSC Compose Camp? Anyone?
Hello.
Hi, hi.
Can you add one member? Actually, he's in the waiting room.
No worries. Give me a second.
Nishant.
Guys, can you add Nishant to the room? Okay, let's continue. So, does anyone have any idea about what's GDSC anyone? GDSC Compose Camp? No worries. So, Compose Camp provides community organized events focused on how to build Android app using Jetpack Compose, where attendees get hands-on coding experience with Compose. It is similar to Android study jams. The learning format is the same. It's a group of people coming together to do a collective learning for a specific Android topic, like the study group. So this event is a 4D event, and the speakers will be Mr. Ashish Gupta. He is currently the head of app development at GDSC MUJ, and also a co-founder and CTO at ScaleBridge. He is also a junior software engineer at Decent Technology Solutions. He is very enthusiastic about building something impactful. His top skills include full stack web and app development. Mr. Hardik Srivastav, he has a rich experience in app development and is currently the front-end intern at Headout. He is also a former intern at IIT Kanpur and have previously worked with TechBurner. He also headed GDSC in the past. Mr. Ritik Ronak, co-founder and CTO at SoftDodge, he is enthusiastic, eager to contribute to team success individual, and a talented technical lead. He has a strong history of managing highly effective teams to execute complex projects with a given time frame. You can take it up from here, Ashish. Guys, have you added the person? Okay, he must have been added. Go ahead, Ashish.
So hi guys, I'm Ashish Gupta and today I'm your facilitator for Compose Camp organized by GDSC. So let's start today's session. So let's start with basics. So what is Android development? What is Android? So Android is a mobile OS that is used to develop mobile applications. And what is mobile app development? It is an act or process by which a mobile app is developed for mobile devices. First, it was started in 1997 in Nokia 6110. And so let's start with the reason why to learn app development and a top fact why to do it. On an average, the average user has more than 80 apps on their phone, and Android has almost 1.5 more times than App Store. And mobile shopping apps are the future, as 50% of shoppers prefer mobile shopping as compared to web and other e-commerce sites. And Android is the most popular mobile operating system in the world, and fetch back almost 100% of the screen spent in apps. Okay, so the reasons to learn the app development is it is a open source technology, which means code is freely available and you have freedom to do whatever you want. It has huge device of market share. It is easy to enter in the market, easy to learn, multiple opportunities, and it has multiple online courses where you can learn from. So why to use Kotlin? Kotlin. So there are three types of development in the app development. First of all, hybrid app development and native app development. So based on which hybrid app type, which is used to develop Android and iOS apps simultaneously. And talking about the native development, there are two types: iOS development and Android development. So based on that, you have in Android development, you can whether choose Kotlin and Java, and for iOS you can choose Swift and other one. So talking about the difference between Kotlin and Java, the main difference is basic language syntax and development techniques. In Kotlin there is short and crisp as compared to Java. You can use the libraries of Java in the Kotlin, to develop the app. And why to use Kotlin as compared to other in the native Android app development? Because it is demand and is officially supported by Google. Develop project faster, improve quality of build, and easier because integrate of the existing libraries. So if you guys have any doubt, you can put it in chat section. My colleagues and I will reply for it. So welcome to Compose Camp. So what is Compose Camp? Compose Camp is a community organized event focused around the how to develop Android app using Jetpack Compose, where attendees will get hands-on coding experience with Compose. Okay. So what is the benefit of using Jetpack Compose? Jetpack Compose is a there are techniques such as it is very powerful, accelerate development, intuitive, and you have to do less code as compared to their alternative. So talking about the powerful, you can create beautiful app with direct access and you can directly integrate multiple things in it. It accelerates the development in such a way that you have multiple libraries which can be integrated easily and which may be difficult to integrate in other platform and in other language. Intuitive, you can just describe the UI and it take care of it. In case of any breakdown, Jetpack or Kotlin can handle it by itself. And talking about less code, there are multiple libraries which can easily be maintained and you can use them to integrate in your project. So is Compose Camp is similar to Android Study Jams or not? So yes, Android Study Jam is recently organized by our GDSC MUJ in the month of January by Ritek sir and Hardik sir. So yes, it is similar. And you are familiar with Android Study Jam learning, and its learning format could be same. The group of coming together to learn a specific Android topic like group study. The difference in the Compose Camp and is like basically skills, and it includes a lot of fun. You can also tackle a quiz in between the development journey. So what is Android Study Jams? There is a plenty of materials and curriculum in the Compose Camp content bundle to help you to prep for hosting these events or tailoring them needs of your audience. So what the developer can expect from the Compose Camp? So for beginner level, now Android app development may not have prior programming experience in which by which you can develop any type of Android app that you want to develop in beginner level. And if you are at intermediate level, you get more experience and more exposure on how to develop any Android app, and you can learn more about it, like what to do and what to do next. So let's start with the basic things. Like if you want, you have to do the basic two things, like go to google.dev in this profile, click on the first, then open this one. Just a second. Open your profile, and you have to create your profile in Google developer account where you can earn the badges, and you can put it in like these are the badges you have to earn. Like I have 42 badges, which you can show it on your LinkedIn and you can also mention it in your resume. And you have to share this profile g.dev and Ashit like this one. And if you want to, and you guys also have to complete this course by which you can access at Google Android Basics Compose and the first link, and you have to click on first link. So Android Basics with the Compose. Welcome to Android Basics with Compose. In this course, you will learn the basic of Android app with Jetpack Compose. The new kit building apps along with development collection start. So, and first of all, you guys have to install the Android Studio for the further session. Like Android Studio, Jetpack Compose, and install Android Studio. You can download it from here. Okay, dismiss. If you have Intel chip, you can download it from here. And I have Apple chip, Mac, then I can download it from here. So let's sign in for this. Yeah, so it's done. So what are the various pathways? So each track offers the learning content from Google that is structured into pathways. A pathway consists of a sequence of learning activities such as videos, articles, and code lab to help you to learn about certain technical topic. And there are multiple quizzes which you have to complete in such a way to get that particular badge. And you can earn digital badge like this as I have shown in my developer profile. and it will be added to your this profile. And so let's start with Compose Camp. Our journey begins here. Unit 1, Introduction to Kotlin. So first program could be, even if you never understand any type of code if you don't have any experience in coding, you can directly learn from like this function main. You have to start with this type of like function, fun function main. The code execution starts from this line, and println, it is as same as in C. In C, you can also have like printf, println. So this would be easier for you, like println hello world, and this gives the output of println. So after putting this code in the, if for this you have two options, like to do it in Android Studio, or you can do it on Kotlin Playground. It will show in further. So running your first program, click on the run button in top side. There option for this. You can run directly it from there. And from compiling the code, after pressing the run button, a lot of things happen in background. Like code, Kotlin program is not meant to be understood by humans. It is a binary language which can directly understand by the machine itself. So people can more easily read, write, and collaborate on Kotlin programs. However, computer does not understand it immediately. So you need something like Kotlin compiler, which takes the Kotlin code you write and look at it by line by line, and translate it into something that computer can understand. Just a second. A computer can understand. So compiling the code, then output of that program that I have shown you in my last slide, this would be hello world with single mark. The output is like this. So working of this function is like, now exactly how does it work? So let me explain. A Kotlin program requires the main function where the compiler can start reading or start execution of a program. So like in this one, function main, it starts the execution of program from here. So path of the function, a function is like a segment of program that performs a specific task. So so in your code, you can define function first. That means you can specify all instruction that you need to perform that task. Once the function is defined, that you can call on the top, and the instruction perform on the, and that instruction will be executed. So define a function. These are the key parts of the function. Function name, which function name is this section. This is the function name. And okay, the function can also require some input or information that you need to be provided when a function is called. So these are the main function, and like function name, and you can pass the parameter as input. So like these are the input we can use in the body for the further simplification. The key part of the function is like fun, which defines the function main, where the function start, and you can input here. So like this one, hello world, it will give the output of hello world. The keyword, so let's come back to after some time. So let's start with like this one. Let me sign in. So your first Android app learning, you guys have to complete this course, which is very important in your learning journey and development journey. So let learning will start with basics. First step, introduction to Kotlin. So before you begin, this is like optional, where which you, if you want, you can continue it. And this is determined by take a code lab. So login begin. This is Android basics course. Learn on Kotlin programming language, best practices recommended by Google, build various series, and these are like this. And for existing developer, if you're experienced, you come to material and like blah blah. So done. And yeah, one more thing, you guys also can build your profile on GitHub, which is also very important for your development. So first program in the Kotlin, take a code lab. So okay, yeah. Before you begin, this course is built by writing a code and Kotlin language, which is recommended by Google. As we all know, what's you build short program of Kotlin, which displays message when you run them. And what you will learn how to code and run Kotlin program, how to modify the simple program and output like this. So let's get started. And code lab. Code Lab is basically a platform where you can learn and take session in such a way to learn the Kotlin and any other language developed by Google. So open Kotlin Playground and you can put directly message. So let me open this one and use this text. Kotlin Playground, hello world, run, and here it comes the output. If I change it like this, you will see this will change. Like hello, I will just first of all I suppose hello MUJ GDSC. So hello MUJ GDSC. Okay. So next, like as I said, you have to click on this button to run any program. Yeah, hello world, start here. And the execution of the function will start from here, which will print the line hello world. Where part of the function like define versus call. If you code define, that means specify all the instruction to perform that task. Once the function is defined, you can call them in a function, so instruction within the function can be performed or executed. So define a function is done by like this, key part included. You can name a function, need a name, and where you can pass input and bodies and translate like this one as it was shown in PPT also, function name and these things, function input name, full name, hello display, hello world, and simple program, hello input, body. Okay. If you modify your function in order to change the message that displayed the output modified by println, and the second line replaced by hello world and Android. So the output of as I mentioned in this one also, you can if you want to change the output, you can directly change it from here. So yeah, hello Android. If you want multiple output, you can paste it again, hello Android, hello Android. So this could be input in such a way to get this output. So next, Kotlin style guide. Throughout this course, you will learn about the Kotlin practices to follow as an Android developer. One of the such practices to follow Google's Android coding standards as written in Kotlin. So this is one of the main point that you have to take care of. The complete guide is called in guide style and explain how code should be formatted in terms of visual appearance and conventions to follow when writing your code. For example, style guide include recommendation you can use, white space, indentation, naming, and many more, which you have to think and you have to build based on that. The purpose of the following style guide is to make the code easier to read more and make it consistent other Android developer can read and go through it in such a way to they can modify them easily and learn about it, how this is coded. This consistency is important when collaborating in large project together so you can style. So one of the basic example of the Kotlin language is like Hotstar. You can recently India versus Pakistan, it's about more than 1 crore simultaneous users were therein. So Kotlin is at that time Kotlin is the best language to handle them, because if you use the hybrid app development, it does not handle this much. So Kotlin is one of the most, as you all know. So here relevant guide function should be named in camel case as like this. It should be named in camel case and should be verbs and verb phrases which are easier to understand, and should be in its own line, opening curly braces like this one, and appear in the end begins. So yeah, spaces before the curly braces. This space is very important. Yeah, this one. So the function body should be indented by 4 space. Do not use like tab, like you can press four times space. So the closing curly braces that own guides last line. You have to close it like line vertically, and you have to close it by closing curly braces. So if you want to fix error like this one, you can also fix it like as it was shown. You have to complete. So the main issue in this, if you start any message to print like this, it was string. So when it was started, you also have to complete it. Like if it was written, we have to copy paste this code. So let's copy and paste it here. So output may be run, or it may run or may throw the output. So let's see. It was throwing an output expecting this one, and here it was string and cannot be represented without completing the sentence. So let's put it here and run the code. Yeah, today is sunny. So this code is compiled successfully. So error message in the playground, and it was fixed here. So yeah, as I was shown, today's sunny. That's it. Where these are the exercises where you can learn and go through it. Println, like print and the line after printing that message. So hi, I am learning Kotlin. So if you want to use print, like copy it, like paste it here on temporary basis, like copy println as this one. I am learning. So yeah. So let's see if this code compiles successfully or not. So yeah, it throws the reference error that it was not found. So we have to remove this one, and let's see if we remove this colon here from, it will also throw it like it was expecting that as it was string. So we have to put this here. So let's run. Yeah, I am learning Kotlin. Yeah, so it was printed successfully on playground, as we have to create our own program with this message. Like if we want to copy paste this, the output of it would be this, and tomorrow is rainy. So these are the basic things that you have to know, you must know. Solutions, as I shown you, it was as same as this. This one is also the same. This one you can directly go through it and learn more about it. Here comes the conclusion part. And the conclusion is great. Completing the Kotlin, you now you have the basic syntax, like what to do and where to do the basic Kotlin. Kotlin program requires the main function as the, so outcome of this session would be the Kotlin program requires the main function to entry the program. As I told you to define the function in the Kotlin, you can use the function keyword followed by the name, which must be unique in the program, and you must enclose it in the parentheses followed by the body enclosed by curly braces. Like parentheses and curly braces. So the name of function should be as in camel case, and you should follow this convention in such a way to become better developer. If you don't follow this, you may stuck in the problem in compile time issue. And start with lowercase. Use println to make any output of any given string or function. Refer to the Kotlin format like this one, and troubleshooting process. And troubleshooting in Kotlin is very easy. So done. So let's move on to next session. So here it comes my batch in my profile. So let's set up the Android Studio according to this. Introduction, this is optional. If you want to continue, you may follow it. Yeah. Level, what is Android Studio and what to do and where to do these things. As I told you, you have to download the Android Studio. Before you begin, prerequisite, you must like spreadsheet, and you will learn like configuration and how to build apps in Kotlin using Android Studio and other softwares. And it requires 64-bit Microsoft Windows. It uses 664 CPU architecture, second generation and newer. And 8 GB RAM is like more would be preferred. Even if you have 4 GB RAM, you can also work on it. Addition should be like this. Some configuration, resolution must be good. And this is a processor and RAM. So like if you want to download it for Windows and Android Studio for Windows and Mac, you can follow this link. As I told you, you can download it directly from here. And one of the main feature of the Android Studio is that it will give you an one more thing. If you want to develop any app, so you have two options, whether you can use the emulator and you can use your device as well. So if you are using the device, it may cause any problem, like every time you have to connect it with your with the cable to your phone. And if you are using emulator, you have multiple options, like if you want to debug it, reload it, you can directly done it by pressing R, and you have more options as compared to the device. So yeah, click next. When you are installing this, you can, after installing it, like press the then next, finish. If you want the dark theme or light theme based on this, you can continue. And yeah, after giving the permission, the basic is would be like this. So let me show you the Android Studio in Mac. So yeah, it's like this is the steps. It was supposed to be like this. If I remove, I will remove it. So yeah, create new project, open in VC. So yeah, this one nothing to show here as I already built multiple projects using Android Studio. So going on to next, for if you are using macOS, you have to first verify, and these are the minimum requirement for the macOS about system and processor. Displays must be in configuration. You also have to make minimum storage should be available if you want to use the development. If I'm going to develop any apps. So download Android Studio. You have to put in, as we all know, in Mac there are a lot of BTS installing multi applications. You have to drag and drop here, and as so these are like same. So next, if you are using Linux, so you have like 64 and 8 GB RAM and more, minimum resolution should be this, and then okay, just a second, and build the basic layout. Intro to Jetpack Compose, design birthday card. These are the which you have to build. And this must be Android Studio. This you can remove it. Yeah. So this is code lab. These are the prerequisites. Like this app could be in. We have to build the app like this. This is the basic app. Basic composable code along. This video is optional, so if you want, you can take it and set up a happy birthday card. You can put your name if you want to open new project. And yeah, this is compose basic. If you click here, you can directly put your name section here, happy birthday card, and this is package name, and you have to save it in like this location. This location depends on your device and where your location you want. And these are the clickable buttons. And yeah, what is user interface? Just a second. So user interface on app is what you can see on the screen, like text, button, images, and there are multiple elements like this is laid on the screen, and how the app shows the thing, which is one of the most important when you are developing any Android app. So text input field is like this. So what is Jetpack Compose? Jetpack Compose is the modern toolkit for building apps. Jetpack Compose accelerate the UI development with less code as compared to Kotlin. So in Kotlin, you have to code less as compared to Java, and while using Jetpack Compose, you have to code more or less because there are multiple pre-built components which would be easier for you to build any app. So composable functions, so this doesn't matter, return anything, and these are the annotations. You have to start with the composable function, which is annotation. Annotation are, so what is significance annotations? Attaching extra information to the code. This information help like Jetpack Compose compiler and other developers to understand apps code. The annotation is applied by prefixing its name with @ which is character beginning of the declaration like you are annotating. So yeah, basic code like hello world, greeting hello world, preview. If I share background this, it would be like this. These are the basic things. Over here, there's a preview, compose, background, show background true. It should start with a build function where the name of the function could be happy birthday card preview, and this would be theme. And greeting would be Android hello. These are the composer back handler. Like in the Android, you have back handler. When you going back to an extreme previous screen, fancy button, you can develop and customize the screen based on it. And yeah, developer profile image. to design any panel, Android Studio, and you have to set up like this. And this could be minimal code, which is given in that form. And if you this is one refresh function. If you are changing anything in the code, you can refresh it, and it will reflect in the app. So add new text in the element. Adding the new composable function, main activity, and function like this class, and these are the composable function, birthday greeting, composable, preview of and when you press the preview button, it will show the like as it happy birthday Sam, happy birthday Sam. So font change, if you want to change the font, you can directly change it from here, like text message, font size 36 SP. So SP would define the what should be the pixel should represent there. So SP and solve this one, and we have to import the unit to in such a way to build the code and import the libraries. As you all know, we have to do it in all the programming languages in like C, Java, and all language like JavaScript. So after building the code, you have to build and refresh the code. So another text element would be like message string, and you have to define the schema like this: message string from string. So it will represent the string and text from this one, and it will overlap each other. So arrange the element in row and column. So if you want to do is there's a UI hierarchy which you have to take care of in such a way to make it like in column. So this could be column and this would be row. So like this, row, text and text. So it will show like this, and these are the parameter, this is function, this is name, and this is a body. So display on the device, after running this, it will show like this, the output will be this. So code of the solution could be here, you can actually go through it. And the conclusion, the Jetpack Compose is the modern toolkit for building Android apps. So Jetpack Compose simplifies and accelerates UI development on Android with less code. Powerful tools and intuitive, as you all know, Kotlin APIs. The user interface, the app is the which show in the screen like this is the UI of the website. So user interface is the place where you interact with the app. The user can interact with the app. So composable function are the basic building block of the compose, and composable function is the function that describes some part of the UI. Composable function is annotated by the @ composable annotation inform the compose compiler that the function is intended to convert data into UI. So composable is one of the most important thing in the composable, and there are main three standard layout in the Kotlin. So row, column, and box. So they are composable function content which have to show like vertically, horizontally, and in the box. So these are the main thing. So on this note, this one is completed. So let's take the next code lab. Add images. If you want to add images, you can follow this one. Yeah, so before you begin, these are prerequisites what you are going to learn. After this code lab, you are able to learn how to add image, how to display image, and what are the best practices. You can view this video also. It's a basic setup like tool view, resource manager, and it will show you like this: import the drawables, and like density, you have to select density, select no density in the value, as like we have to scroll down, the last would be no density, and like click next, then import it from here, and you can directly put it on this one. So add image, so basic add image, these are like things basic. The project structure should be project, src, and rest. These are the basic structure, and this is the man in activity.kt, and drawable like it should follow like this string like it was given. Auto generated R class, sub dictionary in rest folder, and resource id mostly the same as file name. So yeah, the value of image is like this: drawable painter image, and yeah, it will show you and represent in the screen like this one. And design paint showing the cupcake with image composable. So if you want to add the add box layout directly, as I told you, you have three options: column, row, and box, which can be composable. With box, you have in box layout there is one on top of each other. It will show you like this. So these are the main things that you can go through it. The position of the scaling, this will tell you what to position and what are the modifier of it. of its and its modifier, can run it on emulator or virtual on your device as well. So if you want to align the text, there are multiple options where you can align the text. So if you want to align text on the top, like it was given, it will show in this place. If you want to align text in the start, it will show in the starting of the box. If you want to align text in the end, it will show you the this session, this section. If you want to align text in the bottom, it will show like in this, as given in the photo. This modifier filmax, and if you want to like padding is the outer thing of this box. It will be based irrespective of this. Like if you include padding, it will give you from this line. The main and there are two types of thing in the development which you also have to take care and you must learn in your development journey. So we're talking about that there are two things like padding and margin. Padding is like if you made padding, it will pad it from here. Padding is internal to the box and margin is outer to the box. If you take it from as it given align start, if you put that style in this section, then it will then this box will start from here. And if you use margin left, that will make margin from here. If you directly use margin, then it's based from all direction, up, top, bottom, left, right. So like this, and padding is internal, margin is outer. So yeah, this could be easy. And font size modifier, full content wrap, then padding start, padding end. It will do it from starting, it will do it from ending. And after completing this, you can directly refresh, and this would be output of the code. Adopt good practices. Here it comes the good practices that you have to follow to become a good developer. And good writing a good code is one of the most important part in your development journey, and in such a way that other can also go through it and read it. And you also have to change the if you want to change the name of the app, you can directly check out the string.xml folder given in Android Studio and your project. You can directly change it from happy birthday card. The first of all, it was given like this one. Yeah, my application. Initially this would be my application. If you keep it same, if I change this one initially, then it was changed like here. Then signature from it is not that much important, but still. Then try this challenge. You can just go through it and you can try by yourself. Composable column text. This is the text and styling of the text. Get the solution. If you want the solution of this, you can check out this one. You can get the solution of introduction, prerequisite, and download. You can also follow like Google developer training, like Android Kotlin app advanced, Android fundamentals, and all of things were given here in this link. So let me put in that section. So you can check out this, and yeah, things also you have to check it out. Not this one. Oof. Yeah, just a second. Google Dev profile. Yeah, you can also build a profile from this section, and you also have to build your account on GitHub and LinkedIn. And if you want to follow this course, which you have to, you can follow this section, not this one. Google Compose Basics, Introduction to Programming. There are basic compose, and yeah, you guys have to follow this course which you have to complete it. So let's back to session. The solution of this, you can directly download it and unzip it, and using Git. These are the basic Git commands that you have to follow. And the conclusion of this code lab is you have the resource manager, and the resource manager is like the understood which helps to add and organize image in the resources. Image, a composable is a UI element that displays image in the app. An image composable should be content description to make your app more accessible. So these are things like this. So after completing this could be completed. Then what are the compose basics? So this is Google profile, this is background, this is compose basic. You guys have to take it like as if I can show you manage switch account. It's my other profile. Yeah, if you guys after pressing this one, it will show you like this. First Android app, building app UI. After earning this badges, it will reflect in your developer profile. After completing this, it will show you like this, as I have already completed. Yeah. You can also show it in your LinkedIn and GitHub and all other platform. So it will show you like this. This is the background. This is solution of the code. Oh yeah, okay, got it. My bad. Before you begin, this is a congratulations as you have built the first Android app using Jetpack Compose. You have put it in your practice. These are the exercise and these are prerequisite. Adding image, build simple using CodeLab, comfort with your latest Android version, basic knowledge of Kotlin programming language, and composable functions such as text, image, box, row, and column, and knowledge about the modifier. So compose article, the final screenshot could be like this. These are the margin and padding, and this is the image section, and this is the bar section which open the drawer. Restore Jetpack Compose. Jetpack Compose, as you all know, is the modern building the app using the simplified and accelerate the UI development. In this tutorial, you will build a simple and declarative function, and we call compose function. So text line justify, it will justify the content. Task manager, the final screenshot could be like this. This is given in a margin and padding. If you put padding, it will give with respect to this. And if you put margin, it will get margin is added and distances like this in respective of this section. So quadrant after modifier. So this is a final screenshot. You have to take like 50% of the screen, 50% out of the width. So yeah, it's like this. And the solution of code, if you want to like task manager, compose article, you can follow this one. The compose article, it will give you the basic overview. You can download from URL and you can just go through it. So it's done. So create business cards. So it completed in this section. And you guys also have to complete take the quiz session in such a way which is very important. This section is done. Android Studio, and I think I missed some of the section in this one. I think I missed this one. Oh yeah, so this is a println, this is the main function, and define the function. Oh, okay, my bad, this is already completed. Practice problem, Android Studio setup, basic layout. So create the business app. So basic begin prerequisite, you have to build it like this. We will tell you in the next session, in upcoming section, which you can follow and check out upcoming updates by GDSC MUJ. And follow row, column, image, icon, text, and there are multiple options. And yeah, good luck for this. You guys also have to build this like this one, which you're going to build in upcoming sessions. So here it comes this part. Okay, so let's back to basics. So function name, function must have like this one, as I already told you, function input, body, this already completed. So yeah, what are variable and data types? In computer programming, there is a concept of variable, which is a container of the single piece of data, and you can envision from box that contains that value. The box has label like I will show you in the next slide by referring the box by name and access is like box. So container box is label and hold the value. So then this box will hold the value of the given name, and the box should be by if you want like this name. And why to use variable? Why store the value of the box and reference by the box by its name. If you have the name of that box, you can directly go and pick that box and use it in your app and UI. The problem is that when your code uses values directly in all instruction that a program will only work on that specific case. So like this, an example illustrate how to make more efficient. So this will give you Lorian and the greeting of meeting today at the office. And we don't have this as of now. So so we can directly put it from here. Illustrate how to make like this one. So data types, when you decide what aspect of your app you can can be variable, it's very important to specify that what type of the data you stored in the those variable. In Kotlin, there are some common basic data type. Next slide, I will show you this one. So in Kotlin, there are these types of data types like string, int, double, and float. The basic difference is string is like it will start with colon and come completed with it, like add. String is like basic like hello, hi. Everything is like string, which is directly print to the point on the screen. Talking about the integer, it is a whole number like 1234 minus 1234. And double is more precise than integer. It will give you the exact point and it will represent up to the decimal format. And the float at the end, it was, as I'll tell you that float is less precise than double. And at the end, if the data type is float, in the end it would ended with f. And boolean is like true and false, like today is Monday, as it was true or false. Based on that, will give the boolean output. The boolean output must be only 0 and 1. If it is true, it will continue. If it is a fault, it will stop at that point. So defining and using variable. You must define the variable first in your app before you can use it. These are like this, and the example of this could be val, count, int, like so. You have to create count initial value of 2 uses by the printing of the value of the count variable output. Don't worry if you don't understand, it's okay. So yeah, as I told you, it starts with function f and zoom in where the compiler start. If it looks very difficult and if you are unable to understand, it's okay. Everyone initially don't understand that much. So it will represent like value count int equals to 2. Value represent like this one. Well, you going also well and where in further in next slide. So it will also be represented in easier format like well count, and its data type should be int with the value 2. You can read it like this. So note, yeah, this one data type, Kotlin compiler automatically interprets and take the action on it. As we all know, like the syntax, name, data type, and initial value. As I told you, updating the variables, and yeah. So here it comes the where, as last time it was well. So the main difference between well and where I will tell you in the next slide. So as you all know, like note, this is this symbol. It's used to represent the string, and you can concat it and can directly show it here. So like num plus 10. If you're defining well num, it's like this, and it will after using this section $sign, you can num. So this num will show in this section. So yeah, directly if we want to, since they are the integer, you can directly add. So count equals to count plus plus, increment, decrement. There are two types of increment, pre-incrementation and post-incrementation. It depends on that. So the committing is one of the main part of the development. Like if you commit any code, it will show you like this will output of the suppose output of the this. If this code is unable to understand, this is not compiling. And if you want to explain on the brief, like if I commented like given height equals to 1 and assume, so it starts assumed height 1. So this could be summary, revisiting the function, define, call, function, syntax. These are the basic things. As you call the function, it will represent like this. So these are the basic things in summary. And in the end, you guys also have, like I told you, you have to install the Android Studio. Just go through it and install it on your device for next session, and it would be very helpful for you. So in the end, thank you everyone for attending this session. In upcoming session, you will be learning on how to make app using Compose and Jetpack Compose library. And stay tuned, keep learning, stay healthy. Okay, bye bye. If you guys have any doubt, you can put it in chat section. I will reply it for sure. Okay, thank you. That's it. That's all for today's session. Thank you. That's all for today's session, guys. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, I will put it in chat section. You have to complete this one. Yeah, you have to complete this one. If you guys have any doubt, I'm open for you. You can tell me. If you don't have any doubt, you guys can leave. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. This is the wrap up. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.